I'm really surprised that I guess I can't call myself a Kinks fan because if I do, I'm gonna like people like how do you not know this song?
No, because
You're not a fan.
fan just means you like it. It doesn't have it's not the same as fanatic, which it comes from.
Yeah,
But come on.
the Village Green Preservation Society, that whole album, that's my favorite. The Power Man, Lowland Power Man, that album. So I can cite
This
verses,
is the
whatever.
latest
So
stuff. This is from
so I can prove you
75.
how much of a fan I am. That
Yeah.
said, I don't know this song, and yet you know what? That's a good thing. You know why? Because I like
Because
at
we're
this
doing a
age.
reaction
Well,
channel.
because at my age, if I think I've heard everything, I might as well just
Yeah.
pack it in and just kind of go and just in the nursing home and just let them take care of me, right? Welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and that guy over there is Chris. And Chris, what do you got for me today?
Okay. I've got a song by a band. I think we did one song of theirs, and I reacted to it. I hadn't heard it before, but I really liked it a lot, and I like this band a lot. Um, it is the Kinks with a song called "The Hard Way."
Okay. So you are giving me songs. Yeah. You just gave me a song. I don't know it. I don't know it. Suck with song
I
names.
hope you don't know it because sometimes you know it. And
No,
just
when it comes to the Kinks, though, I don't know. For some reason, I think I know a lot of their song titles for some reason.
yeah, when the song is a title like "Dedicated Follower of Fashion," those are things you would remember.
Because they were right. They're so unique. And it's Lola and it's right down the
Yeah.
line. All right, cool, man. Yeah, you gave me a kick song. Kicks or Kinks? Hope I get a kick out of it.
One of the two.
I got to do something.
Then we did the Kings also, remember?
Yeah. With that said, I'm going to go and I'm going to come back. All right, I'm bringing this back. This is good. This is good. I love the Kinks. I don't know this song though. I mean, they put a lot of albums out. I would think this is probably later, like in the 70s somewhere, but we'll see. But what's really interesting, right away, just jumps out at me right away. Can't Explain by The Who. That guitar part at the beginning sounds like that, and then the sort of cadence of Davey's voice is sounding a lot like that Time song. Time has come today, time. It just sounds like that with the guitar and then him singing right off the bat. Those are the two things that jumped out at me. I didn't have time to even write them down, but yeah. So let's start it off, man. This has a lot of promise. I am bringing that back. Dave Davies. I love him. I love his guitar work, especially as the Kinks went along. They evolved as a band, and he evolved as a guitarist. Really unsung, I think, as a guitarist in rock history. Dave Davies.
Gonna take the hard way. Gonna take the hard way. Ramona.
Oh, that was okay. That's it. Oh man, that was too short. What was that? 2 minutes and like 35 seconds or so? Wow, too short, man. That was fun. That was fun. I mean, I love the Kinks, so and this is in line with just, they Ray Davies was just an amazing creative storyteller, and have found a way to always like entertain, like really big time entertain with his lyrics. Made you think, made you chuckle, and sometimes like really profound, a lot actually. But this one seems to be, about a child, in the system, and maybe he's not doing that well in school. He might be goofing off, and the teachers basically have had it with him. He's telling him, you're going to find out the hard way, and then basically saying, I think, well, let's do it the hard way. If you're going to act like this, well, then, let's get down to it, and I don't know, because there's that picture of that boy, and the teacher, and, uh, you know, physical punishment back in those days, I mean, I went to Catholic school, and I got my hair pulled, my ear pulled, my hand slapped with the rulers. I mean, back in those days, you know, you didn't have this kind of, you know, that stuff was kind of not looked at. Anyway, let's talk with Chris, man. This was a good song. All right, cool.
All right, man. So, what's the deal?
Oh yeah, man. Man, this was I'm really surprised that I guess I can't call myself a Kinks fan, because if I do, I'm gonna like people like, how do you not know this song?
No, because
You're not a fan.
fan just means you like it. It doesn't. It doesn't have. It's not the same as fanatic, which it comes from.
Yeah.
But come on.
The Village Green Preservation Society, that whole album, that's my favorite. The Power Man, Lowland Power Man, that album. So I can cite
This
verses,
is the
whatever.
latest
So
stuff. This is from
so I can prove you
75.
how much of a fan I am. That
Yeah.
said, I don't know this song, and yet you know what? That's a good thing. You know why? Because I like
Because
at
we're
this
doing a
age.
reaction
Well,
channel.
because at my age, if I think I've heard everything, I might as well just
Yeah.
pack it in and just kind of go and just, in the nursing home and just, let them take care of me, right? I mean, wow me. I want to be wowed. I want to be surprised. And I tell you, man, you surprised me. This song
Okay, cool.
was
I was I
so
was I was
much
concerned that maybe you heard it before.
fun. It was so much fun. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna actually throw it to you right now. I got some things to say, but
Mhm.
so tell me when it was released. That's what I
Yeah,
want to know, and give me some other stuff too.
it was released in 1975,
Aha, okay.
and it's from an album called Schoolboys in Disgrace, which was actually a concept album about school life as a kid.
Eh,
So I'm not familiar with any of the other songs on the album, but I had heard this on a compilation I had years and years ago. And yeah, right off the bat, right when it starts, it's cool. Although those opening chords, they sound a little out of tune somehow,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
don't
something
they?
else. I don't
What?
know about that, but actually, it reminded me of.
It's not out of tune. I hear it that way.
But the opening part reminded me of another song from another British group around that same time.
Uh, the Who?
Yes, and what song?
Can't explain.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm just thinking of that now. I never thought about that before.
Yeah, it was like that. And then, so as those chords are going, I'm like, okay, then Ray Davies or Davis, as you told me last,
I
it's
wonder
really
if that
Davis.
is the same chord progression.
Well, then Ray starts singing,
That first part, anyway.
and
Yeah,
that cadence that he's doing with
yeah,
those chords,
yeah.
then I start thinking, then I'm like, you know what? Then another song came to mind that was a little bit before that time, but
Okay.
like in the late 60s, I think. Time has come today.
Oh, I don't know.
Ah!
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, holy crap. Now, I mean, it, I'm not, I
I'd have
mean,
to hear that song
I'm not
again to
saying
see
he
how
took
it
I'm
compares.
just saying, like, it just sounded like those couple of things there, but that was part of the fun. Because what I heard in the beginning, that guitar sounded really good, man. It
Yeah,
sounded really
yeah,
good. It just, boom, doors open. We're gonna talk about the hard way.
yeah,
And right away, boom, and it was just those couple of things that I sort of connected with. It was actually more like fun,
yeah.
and it was interesting. And almost every time that Davis sings, and almost saying that because you guys got to check out our Kinks video before this one,
Yeah.
where Chris actually discovered that all this time we've been saying Davies, and
Well,
actually it's Davis.
I'm sure there's some really big Kinks. Let's say fanatics. I can't say fans because we consider ourselves that and don't know the answer to this. But
Yeah.
does somebody out there, if you put in a comment in, let us know if you know whether it's Davis or Davies.
Right.
But
Yeah.
don't just say it's pronounced this and spell it exactly the same way we've been seeing it, because then we still don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Put the,
The
somehow
accent
type it
marks and
out where
stuff.
we know it's the E's or the
Yeah,
is.
yeah, do it phonetically.
Yeah. Phonetically. Anyway, so that said, so that was fun. It was just, boom. And then the lyrics are right there in the video, and the album name, I mean, it looked like there's an image of a boy with his pants down, I guess about to
Yeah,
get spanked.
gonna get
I
paddled.
actually, so I strategically placed my face over the butt just to make sure, so we're really clean on YouTube.
You did, yeah. That's the angle you saw it from. It probably looks like your face is right up there.
Yeah, like, why is your face there? So the lyrics, and yeah, it just seems like this pupil's not doing that well in school,
This pupil.
and the teacher's getting pissed, and the teacher's basically saying,
Sure,
"Oh, you're gonna
sure.
learn the
He's
hard
just
way, right?
basically telling the kid he's going nowhere.
You're going nowhere, and you're gonna learn the hard way." And then the more he kind of, as the teacher's kind of talking, he's letting his real kind of mean side come out and say, "You know what? Let's do this the hard way,
Yeah.
and maybe
You
some
know,
punishment
I
is
tell
in
you,
store
man,
for you,
I used to teach, and there were some kids I wanted to tell this to, of
Yeah.
course you can't, but kids don't look at things like that. Like some kids don't look at they don't know the direction they're going in. They can't see it from the
Right.
outside. Yeah, in a sense.
But, and so Ray might be singing from an experience where at that time, it wasn't um thought twice sometimes, like where teachers they would go and they would give you the back of the hand, they would give you the
Yeah.
paddle, they would give you, I told everyone on the video, my experience in Catholic school. I got the hair pulled, I got the ear
I
pulled.
don't know you went to Catholic
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Well, yeah, they were really into corporal
I
punishment.
got the
All
yanks,
those frustrated nuns.
I got the rulers on the hands, I got all that stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that elementary? That was elementary school, not high school.
That was from 3rd grade through 7th. Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, and
That's hard. That's like,
those nuns didn't play around, man. Yeah. So and anyway, and I think he's, I don't know if he's talking about Catholic school, but I think there were public schools back then, back in the 60s
well,
or
let's put it this
50s,
way.
or I guess when he went to school in the 40s, the 50s, and
Yeah.
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 So, so he might be drawing from experience there, and then he's and just basically kind of, where it seemed like the lyrics went from like where the teachers like, you're gonna learn the hard way, and
Mhm.
because even as a dad, I might be like, to my kids, like, you try to parent them so that they don't understand how tight life is, tight how tough life is going to be, and like, you want to really prepare them for the world. and stuff like that, and but this is not what this teacher was, he was being you know, a real fill in the blanks there, and looked like he was gonna make sure that Tommy or Timmy or Johnny or whatever his name was gonna feel, his wrath,
Yeah.
it kind of felt like that as you were going around with the
Sure.
song. But that said,
Sure.
musically then, there was still this kind of really rocking, driving sound
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
making it
I loved
making
the
it still
music.
kind of fun. And the way Ray's kind of singing it, you never felt like there was, any kind of real danger or whatever. He's just making an observation. He's talking about
Yeah.
it, and
Well,
then
a
yeah,
lot of it though, I didn't know what he was singing till I looked at the lyrics.
okay, yeah,
I've
yeah,
known the song for years, but I'm only looking at the lyrics for the first time now. And some of the, because of the cadence of how he was singing, um,
yeah.
it was kind of hard to tell in some places what the lines were. But
Well,
I mean, I
yeah,
knew the gist of the song,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't know
Well,
the
because
technical.
Ray, because he seems to be getting to the head of the teacher, where the teacher wrote this down. The teacher to the kid, I'm wasting my vocation. So
Yeah,
where this guy, you could tell he's seething, he's got to deal with these kids,
yeah.
uh,
Oh, I know
and
how that feels.
yeah, and he's not able to really get them in line, or the way he sees that they need to get in line, and he's
Well, he
losing it.
sees that down the
He's at
road.
the end of his rope
You're
with
you're
these.
gonna
Yeah,
you're gonna not
yeah.
amount to too much, and you're gonna have a difficult life.
But where, he kept saying throughout the song, you're gonna learn the hard way, and then towards the end, it's we'll take it the hard way. Like, and that's where I was like, oh, okay, this teacher is like, you want to do it the hard way, then we're gonna do it the hard way and all. So, but but again, musically it was fun. It was just rocking. It was a really short song. Um, and Dave Davies, I had to stop it and pull it back, because he was throwing in some really cool guitar licks
Oh
there.
yeah,
Especially
his
as the
guitar stuff
song
is
was,
great.
getting towards the end, and it was just I identified him as like an unsung guitar hero, at least that's the way, I think, people who really been paying attention, know how good he is, but he was the kind of guitarist that, had as the band had evolved, he was definitely evolving as a guitarist.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
you hear
Yeah,
how well of a guitarist, well-rounded he really became, in his guitar playing, his range,
yeah.
especially as you got into the late 60s, Lowell and the Power Man and straight through into the 70s. And
Hmm.
the reason why I was really like, aha, when you said 1975 is that, I don't know a lot of the Kinks stuff, in the 70s, and as you went
Hmm.
through, and they were putting album out after album out,
Yeah,
they
they
put a
put out
lot of they
quite a
put
bit of
like
stuff.
30
Yeah.
studio albums out or something like that. Didn't they put a
They
lot
put a lot
out?
of stuff out in the '80s too. Yeah,
Yeah,
they put a lot of
yeah,
albums. I don't know how many, but a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. So, um, yeah, this was a really good choice, man.
Fun, right?
To know that I do know a lot of Kink stuff, but you know what? If you stay in the 70s, you're gonna have a field day,
Cool.
with
We'll do
me. Just
more.
cool, excellent. All right, you want to
I'm
take us
glad
out?
you liked it.
Yeah, man. Oh, absolutely. Thumbs up.
All right. Want to take us out?
I'll take us out. And I'm going to say, Chris, this was fun. Have a good night. And to everyone out there who watched this reaction video, I hope you had fun. And if you did, hit the like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, why don't you do so? It's a channel that's going up, 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 up. And that said, we'll see you on the next episode of Into the Music.